So I sent the invite.
What's up?
Good afternoon.
Good. How are
How
you?
you doing? I'm doing good. I appreciate you for taking time
Yeah,
out,
for sure.
coming on the podcast. So for the people on my platform that don't know, can you tell them
Oh,
a little bit
for
about your
sure.
brand and what you
So
do?
my name is Emilyn, and I own Emilyn Marshall Marketing, and we basically help podcasters from all different genres, all different kinds of podcasts. We help them with TikTok and videos and marketing, lots of video editing, and just helping them figure out how to promote their podcasts so that they actually get more listeners. That's what I'm mostly about. I do a bit of web design too, but yeah.
Great. That's exactly what
Yeah. I
podcasters
found that
need.
there's a lot of them that were struggling, and I provide a lot of free value on my page and stuff. Like, I really want them to succeed. I want them to see, I want them to have videos that go viral, so they're actually excited about it. They're excited to promote themselves.
Right. Right. So what inspired you to want to make that
I had
business and that company to
couple
help
friends who had
podcasters?
podcasts, and I got to know them good, and I was like, what do you guys need help with? And they were like, hey, we don't know how to edit our videos. We record. We make good podcasts, and that's all we really know about. So I was like, okay, you guys need help. And I started helping some of them, and then I started helping a whole bunch of other people, and I realized that there's a big need for this. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely. Um, is it just you or you have,
Yeah,
I know you have a
yeah.
team,
I
right?
have a sales team, and then I have like my video editor guys, but they're super chill.
So how,
Um,
how'd you get that team
it was
together?
just like networking. Like, I talk to a lot of people. I'm always in the DMs messaging people. That's something that I tell everybody that I work with. I'm like, get in your DMs, start conversations. Not even to sell to people, just to get to know them. It's like that's the whole point of like social media. Like, you want to get to know people, right? So I tell people, don't forget social media is for being
Right,
social. So yeah,
right,
yeah,
right. That's the key. So, if any podcaster, because I'm gonna use this episode for a lot of
yeah.
podcast promotion, what how can they get
Oh,
in
DM me on
contact with you?
Instagram. My DMs are always open. So I guess my page will show up here, but it's emlyn.marketing. So they can check me out, send me a message. Even if you don't have the funds for it, I'm still down to help you. Like, I want to help you out so that you can get to the level where you're getting these brand deals and stuff. Like, I'm just excited for it. And there's lots of free value on my page too. Post to TikTok too. So I'd encourage people to go check it out. Yeah.
So super cool. What's a few things that you haven't done yet with your
Um,
business that you want to do?
I started web design, so I'm like kind of excited for that. It's like a whole new thing. I've never really done it before, but I've done a couple sites for people, some of my friends with businesses, and I'm super excited to get into that. So that's kind of something, my future goals that I'm kind of moving into. Yeah.
Super cool. Um, what's you don't have to get real deep into it, but what's like the difference between podcast
Um,
marketing and podcast promotion?
Marketing is like having a whole plan of what you're going to do. Marketing is like you have to have a strategy. Like, I always tell people, go into stuff with a strategy. Don't just post your podcast out there. Like, you have to look around. You have to say, okay, look at somebody who went viral, who's in your niche, and be like, okay, well, what did they do? Analyze their videos, and then try to, like, you don't copy them, obviously, but you, like, do the same kind of things that they did. So you kind of look at that. But yeah, promotion is just like spreading the word out on social media, but your actual marketing is actually trying to get people to listen to your podcast. So I recommend like TikTok for this. I always tell people, if you're not on TikTok, you have to get on TikTok. You have to put those videos out there all the time and just see what happens. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok's a new thing
It's
right
what the
now.
kids are into, I guess. Yeah.
Right. For the podcasters, what's five things from you that they must
Five
do
things.
that you think?
Okay. Well, number one is record your podcast to video. Like, obviously you're recording the sound, but even just like set your phone up and record the episode because you need it for content. That's like my number one thing that I would tell everybody. The next thing I would say, use hashtags. Have a hashtag strategy. Don't forget that hashtags are actually important. I've hit like thousands of views on my stuff just from hashtags. It's super straightforward, but everybody like forgets about it. I would say edit your videos so you got captions on there, because lots of people listen to videos with the sound off and then they don't really take into consideration like it'll bump up your views. So definitely your editing is kind of important. And what else? I guess just ask for help if you don't know. There's lots of people like me who do marketing, and like just reach out and ask questions if you're not sure about what to do or like how to promote it. And I would say branding too. Like if you have a podcast and you have a logo and stuff, put your logo on everything and like actually put yourself out there. Make sure you have your colors and your branding is always the same. And like, yeah, I guess it's good to pick a niche too. Like if you have a podcast and you want to talk about one thing, focus on that audience and go talk to those people that are interested in the same thing as you. Because that's going to like, they're going to be interested in your podcast. They're going to want to go and listen to it. So yeah.
Good
Yeah.
tips. Those are very good tips. All must do's. What advice do you have that you could give to like a one person who's running a whole podcast by herself or herself?
Don't give up. Number one, don't give up ever. And definitely, if you are running it yourself, even if you don't have lots of money, you can outreach and outsource video editing and stuff, even to people in other countries. If you're just starting out and you're like, hey, I don't have a budget, reach out to a virtual assistant or something from like the Philippines or like India. Like their rates are super low. They can help you with basic video editing just to get your like podcast going. Because sometimes it's hard to do it all on your own. So definitely like don't give up. And yeah, try to put out a lot of quality content and put out as much as you can. Like don't give up. Don't give up too soon. I always see people give up. They're like, oh, it's not working. I'm not sure. And they give up. And it's like you got to keep trying. You can't give up. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of my big things is like consistency. Like if you say you're going to post 7 days a week, you're probably not going to be able to do it. But if you say, okay, I'm going to show up like 2 or 3 times a week and you stick to it, you would make progress for sure. Yeah.
For sure. I always like to ask all my guests a motivational question. So what's some motivation or advice you could give when you have an off day to make yourself feel better?
It's okay to take an off day. People don't even know this, but like if you have a bad day, just walk away. And also if you're having a good day and you wake up in the morning and you like get dressed all nice, you got good fit on, maybe if you're a chick, you do your hair and makeup, you know, you're feeling good, you're going to want to record videos and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I can do this, I can make content. But if you're not feeling good, don't pressure yourself. Like don't force yourself to do it because your heart's not going to be in it. People are going to tell through the video too, I've noticed. If you have a bad day and you like record a video, people can tell. I don't know what it is, but they can tell. Yeah.
Right. We got a question here from the Travel Wins. He says, how much does it cost to edit a 1 hour podcast?
It depends who you get. Like some people I usually charge by the video. So I'll say like under 60-second video and I have rates for that. So like you could DM me and ask me about that if you want. But yeah, it depends on who you get because you can get a really, really super cheap editor and it might not be the highest quality. But if you're just starting out, sometimes that's all you need. So it all depends. Yeah. What else?
Right.
Yeah.
Hopefully that answered your question. Any more questions? You guys could type them in. So your business, once you sign up and stuff like that, do you do like meetings and stuff like that?
Yeah. So I have like 3 packages. At the lowest, it's at least a monthly meeting. Just to like talk to you and get an idea of what you're doing, what you're up to, how I can help you. And like at the most, it's like a weekly meeting. Every week we're going to be like, okay, what did we post this week? How did it do? What happened? If it didn't do good, what do we need to fix? And if it did do good, how are we going to do it again and again? So that's kind of basic marketing A/B testing. But yeah. Yeah.
Super cool. And do you do like coaching too?
I do like strategy sessions sometimes when when my calendar has time for it. So occasionally I'll do like a strategy session. This is super good for somebody who maybe you don't have the budget to like spend on marketing, and like you're just starting out and you need somebody to look at your social media and say, here's what you're doing wrong, here's what you're doing right, here's what I would change. And I kind of do like an audit. So I do a full social media audit of like everything from your TikTok to your Twitter. Look at everything and try to give you advice. And it's like a 1 hour call. And then we basically have a Zoom call and we just talk about everything. And I give you as much as I can in that hour to get you on track. And that lots of people find that super useful because it's a cheaper price than anything else. And it helps. It really does. Yeah.
Super cool. Are you a part of any communities or you have
I
any
don't. I'm
communities
thinking
going?
of starting a Facebook group. I wish if anybody in the comments is interested, what would be like, I'm trying to think of ideas. I'm like brainstorming this, but I really want to start a Facebook group pretty soon here and get people, because then I can help you. I can like actually respond and like, sometimes people don't want to reach out through the DMs. They're just, I don't know, nervous. They're like, they're not sure if they're going to get a response, but yeah, I think I'll start a Facebook group soon. I got to think of some like good topics to cover in it. But yeah.
Right. We'll just start an
I
Instagram one too.
might. Yeah. I mean, people are always welcome to DM me and I'll chat with them, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we have another question. He says, can you rank the social
Ooh,
media platforms for
okay.
podcasters?
I mean, it depends on what your podcast is about. Like, say you have a podcast and you're talking about, I don't know, like something foodie or like girly stuff, I'd say, okay, go to Pinterest. But in general, okay, for like anybody, I would say number one, get on TikTok because that's like an outreach platform. You're going to get tons of people looking at your stuff. TikTok number one. I would say don't worry about Facebook at all if you're a podcaster. Throw it out the window unless it's working for you, which I haven't seen it work for people personally. Unless you have a Facebook group, because that's like a community. People get to talk to you. So don't worry about Facebook. Instagram would be my second. Obviously, I'm like big on Instagram. I'm always here hanging out. Yeah, definitely do lives like this. Like this is such a great way to outreach because now we got both of our audiences watching. So Instagram would be like my second bet. And then, yeah, it kind of depends. Twitter is sometimes good for people, but you'd have to be posting a lot and lots of short bits, not much video content, but just like little snippets, get your audience all hyped up about what the next episode is about. Yeah. And Pinterest too, but Pinterest, it depends on what your podcast is about. Like sometimes Pinterest isn't for everybody, but I've also seen like lots and lots of views and lots of attention from it. So depends. Yeah.
There you go. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time. I
Yeah.
really appreciate
Thanks
you
for
for coming
having
on the
me.
podcast.
This is fun. I should do more live.
Definitely no problem.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
And we
sure.
could do another one soon.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Sweet.
Appreciate it.
We'll catch you later.
Take care.
Bye.